A very strong sign that Republicans know Donald Trump is going to lose this election to Kamala Harris is stuff like this. We got top Trump advisors speculating that Democrats are trying to replace Kamala, maybe with crooked Hillary. Now, of course, there's absolutely no evidence for this whatsoever. And possibly even more importantly than that, they can't replace her. There's 2 weeks left to go, so like there's no way to replace her, and even if there was, why would that be a good idea? Also, considering the fact that she's literally beating Donald Trump. Like, I know that over the last couple weeks the media is trying to make it seem like it's a super horse race, and oh, it's a coin toss and it's a coin flip, and yes it is. But look, listen, if Kamala's supporters show up to the polls, Trump's going to lose. The end. It's really not more complicated than that. Republicans know this, right? So they're saying stuff like this. But yeah, Kamala's beating Trump. Like, she's literally winning, whether it be in the polling, the money raised, the enthusiasm, and most importantly, the ground game, the offices, the volunteers, the actual get out the vote effort. She's winning. So I don't know why Dems would want to replace her, because, and also on top of that, Dems replaced Joe Biden. So I think that this already would have been handled, so and perhaps Republicans should have replaced Donald Trump. So let's read into this because, of course, this is absolutely ridiculous. But again, a good sign that Republicans know what's up because they're just flailing and doing absolutely anything that they can. All right. So we got two top advisors to former president and Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump speculate that Vice President Kamala Harris might be replaced as the Democratic nominee on Monday. So this all comes from here. Some Donald Trump Jr. He says, even Slick Willie, who I don't know who Slick Willie is, even Slick Willie knows that border czar Kamala Harris is responsible for allowing the illegal alien who murdered Laken Riley into our country. And then Jason Miller says, the only plausible explanation here is that this is a 3D chess move to get Dems to drop Kamala in the waning days and substitute in crooked Hillary. She's running. Again, this is maybe the dumbest speculation I've seen. And again, there's 2 weeks left, so where's this even coming from? But we go up here. The discussion began when Donald Trump Jr. shared a clip of former President Bill Clinton arguing that Laken Riley, a Georgia woman murdered by an illegal immigrant earlier this year, would still be alive today if the immigrant had been properly vetted. And again, keep in mind about the border bill that Donald Trump made Republicans tank because he thought he could run on that issue. And then we got Jason Miller here. He responds, well, rather Stephen Miller, both Miller boys. We got Stephen Miller responding to Jason Miller saying, lots of DC gossip that Democrats are trying to replace Kamala. And again, there's no gossip. And again, I ask you, how would this even happen? How would it even happen? We're beyond the Democratic convention. She's already the official nominee of the Democratic Party with Tim Walz as her official VP nominee. They've been stomping around the country like crazy, raising all this money. So why would they replace her again? But he continues. This would explain the aggressive counter programming from Biden and Clinton. Explosive new plagiarism scandal adds even more pressure for a change at the top of the ticket. I don't. These people are pathetic. They really are. Like how big of sycophants they are, but how shameless they are. Like, what the hell are you people even talking about? And at the end of the day, Stephen Miller's whole thing is just racism. That's all it is. Jason Miller is just a Trump bootlicker and nothing more. The plagiarism scandal mentioned by Miller refers to allegations leveled against Harris by conservative activist Chris Rufo, not Democratic operatives. Trump himself had previously theorized that Harris might be replaced as the Democratic nominee last month. Again, how would that have happened? It doesn't matter. This is Donald Trump. This is MAGA, so the truth is irrelevant. Writing that quote, as people begin to realize that she is a Marxist, far more liberal than crazy Bernie Sanders or even Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren, her poll numbers are beginning to crash. Who are they going to put in next? How about a Biden comeback? No, this is just what Donald Trump would love. And, he would love to have still been going against Joe Biden. But now the tables have completely turned on him. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just about voter turnout. And Donald Trump's get out the vote effort it's bad. It's just bad. It's not good. There have been so many reports about how Republican operatives are not seeing door knocking going on in the swing states. In the final weeks of the campaign, Donald Trump has been doing rallies in states he has no chance of winning, whether that be California, New York, or Colorado, places like that. Illinois, he's not going to win any of those states. One can only speculate why he's doing it, if he just wants a bigger crowd because there's more people in these places so he can draw more support. But it doesn't matter. You're not going to get the electoral college votes in those states because you're not going to win those states. And this is a lot of why Hillary lost in 2016, because she wasn't campaigning in key areas. So I don't, if you think that this doesn't matter, you're wrong. Everything matters right now. Of course it matters. Where and how you campaign matters. You get out the vote effort matters. And your surrogates and your top advisors going around talking about some of the Democrats are going to replace Kamala Harris with 2 weeks and some days left to go. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But again, if anything showcases their desperation, it's definitely this. Hey now, thank you so much for tuning in here at Politics and Paper. If you like what I do and you support my work, go ahead and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it and really helps to support what we do here.